Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to Moscow, and welcome to Amsterdam. Now we're not in the Netherlands, we're here in Moscow. We've come to see Amsterdam Tower, which is right behind me, and I want to show you a brand new studio apartment that has just been finished, that's on the rental market, and I think it might be interesting to show you what a business class apartment looks like here in Moscow. It's probably hard to see the towers right now because it's early evening here in Moscow and it's a little bit dark at the same time. They are also doing some more construction here on the left-hand side. This is where we want to go. Now the nearest metro station is Volgogradsky Prospect. So if anybody is from Moscow, that's the nearest place that I can walk to from here to get the metro. I think it's about 10 minutes walk. And this is the building that we're going to go and see. Now this is brand new, so there's a lot of construction not finished. Some of the shops are already completed on this lower level. You can see the snow on the ground and people taking their dog for a walk in the early evening. Let's go on inside and check it out. Coming on inside, this is a whole different building to what I'm used to. They've actually got face recognition to come into the apartment. If you're delivering food or parcels, you've got a different button you can press. You can also call up to the apartment as well. I wonder, you can even choose different languages on here, which is very nice. However, I'm going to use my mind to open the door and let's see if it's going to work. And it does. So the actual complex we're in is called Amsterdam. Now Yuri, you were going to come as a surprise a little bit later in the video. However, you're here now. We'll hear from Yuri in a little while. So of course we have concierge right here. So if maybe you're visiting, you can get into the building without needing to call your friends ahead of time, or if not, also you could bring food, parcels and things like that. And then there's a couple of other things which I think might be interesting. Let me know if this is normal where you might live if you live in an apartment building. Some sofas, of course. This is a new constructed building. So maybe they need a bit more furniture. But there's some pictures here. So we know there's elevators. There is also a place for post. And there's even some bathrooms down here, which is super nice. So they even hide the mailboxes in a corner over here. These are all of the different mailboxes for the tower. Most people don't really get mail anymore, but they still have them. And then these would be the elevators to go up to the apartments. We're going to go up there very shortly. And I was curious how many floors there are. It's 29 levels. We're going to be going to level 8, I think. And then around the corner here, and then there is also underground parking as well, so you can take the elevator down to your car in the lower ground floors of the building. Now, we won't be able to see this because it's locked, which is a bit of a shame, but there is male and female bathrooms, and there's also a picture of a cat or dog here as well. And they actually have a small shower or pet wash. So particularly like now when they're coming in from the snow outside, they can get rinsed off before they go up to their apartment. If you have cat or dog, there's also the regular stairs if you don't want to take the elevator. We just need to go. Yuri's now hiding. We didn't plan anything today. We just need to go in the elevator up to the apartment from here. So we've made it up to level 7. This is where we need to go to find the apartment now. Quite a lot of this building is still not finished, and a lot of the apartments are not finished, so they actually put this flooring down. Eventually, once the building reaches a certain percentage of people who have already moved in, they'll remove all of this, and everything will be absolutely clean and spotless. And here we are. So I've made it actually to the door of the apartment. Now, being that this is business class, the entry is a little bit different. There's actually a pin-coded entry here that you have to use. And then there is a second door lock as well. And this is very fancy, and that's why I've got the door already open and unlocked. And then coming on inside, you'll see some lights that might come on, which they have, because there is some lighting or under cabinet lighting that's come on. The tiled floor here. This is actually a heated floor in the corridor here. And then we come into the main part of the apartment. So there's a nice comfy sofa right here, and this can pull out to be a bed as well. There's actually the light fixtures there if you want to use it that way. And then, being that this is a studio, of course, everything is in one room. So nice big bed. My happy place. And you can see the monkeys up there as well. And then the nice, very large window. Now, being that it's early evening, we don't have much of a view outside. You can see a little bit, but not much. But these windows are very nice. There's also the central heating coming in through this ducting in the floor area here. And then as I swing around, have a look at the kitchen. And there's a breakfast bar. Is that what they call it? Breakfast bar. Very nice kitchen. This black polished fridge. I'm pretty sure, being that no one's ever lived here, it's not even been switched on. It's completely brand new. And then you can see this is an oven or a microwave. I'm not sure. If anybody knows this brand, let me know. And then induction cooktop. This 2-burner cooktop. And then there is a dishwasher, I think. Yes. Bosch dishwasher. And then even over here, you've got a second pipe that's got the washing up liquid for when you're washing dishes. How nice is that? And then under the sink, there's a filtration system for the water. And then the cupboards. Everything is already here for you. Your knives and forks, cutlery, absolutely everything. So this is actually a rental, and it'll rent monthly at some point. This has literally just been finished. It's ready to move in. And there's a wardrobe there for your clothes, TV, and then nice big wardrobe as I walked in as well. So there's plenty of storage. You can put your clothes in here forever, I think. And there's even some extra chairs. So what do you think, everybody? Now, do we have a surprise in the bathroom? Let's see who's waiting for us here. This is Yuri.
Hi everybody.
Now, Yuri brought me here to see this studio apartment. Now, the reason why he's excited and happy, now, this is a toilet, an everyday toilet, but it's an automatic toilet. Smart toilet, and it's even got a temperature on it, has it?
Oh,
we don't.
Really? Yes.
Sensor.
Yes, yes.
Heated toilet.
Yeah, and they have water.
Oh, like the Thailand toilets. And then nice big shower, rain shower, as they like to call them. That's actually a very big shower. Yeah. And then the washing machine. I think this is the fancy one that's got all the extra features. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, mirror.
Mirror with light.
Uh-huh. Because you and I need to look even better, Yuri, than what we do. There's even a hairdryer built in.
Yes, hairdryer.
And then the heated towel rail, this just needs plugging in. Mm-hmm. But everything in here. And this is literally rentable, I would say tomorrow. I don't know how soon. Mm-hmm. This has just been finished and just been handed over as a rental. Now, in a second, I'm going to give you the price. And it might be interesting what you think this rents for. here in Moscow. And this is considered business class.
Yeah.
You can see the finishing and the design. And all you need to do is bring your luggage and some food for the fridge. And we're good, I think.
Good.
Yuri, we need an Xbox though.
Xbox?
Or PlayStation, I think. That's what's missing. I was wondering what's missing on the table right here. We don't need the book, we need PlayStation. So, yeah, let's go through the prices in just a minute. So I thought we'd actually go through the price of the apartment that we just saw and to give you an idea of the rental value of that apartment. So if you were to come to Moscow and you want to rent something in a business class building, so the rent for that apartment is 100,000 rubles. Now actually, based on a lot of the current exchange rates, about 100 rubles is $1 right now, so it's actually quite easy to work it out in some different currencies. I will put it right here for you so you can maybe pause the video and have a look yourself. So in US currency, it would be $968 per month. In euros, 921 euros. And then in British pounds, 767 pounds. So that's per calendar month or 4 weeks. Very typically here in Russia, you pay your rent monthly. And then the only additional amounts of money you'd have to pay would be if you want to hook up Wi-Fi, which is very reasonable in Russia. And then you would pay for water and electricity. And that's all, which again in Russia, that's very low. The monthly fees for your utility bills are very inexpensive. I think people will be quite surprised how low they are. So what do you think of this business class apartment? I think it's a very nice building. And the location, we're not too far from the metro here. We can walk about 10 minutes to the nearest metro station. There is actually 2 metro stations in opposite directions, so I think depending on which one you'd want to catch. There is parking underneath the building as well, so you can have parking underground, and then actually you can drive your car in and come straight up to your building. And there is some street parking here, but not too much because of the region where we are. So yeah, very interesting, I think. What did you think? Let me know. I'm doing this tripod camera style again. So yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and comment on the video. Let me know what you think. How does it compare to where you live, or the price per month or weekly if you divide it up by 4? How would that compare to an apartment in your city, perhaps somewhere else in the world, maybe not in Moscow? If you want to join me on Telegram, there is a link coming up right here, I think, I hope. And then I post a lot of stuff daily. And if you want to see an older video, something a little bit different, click this link and you can keep traveling with Russell. Okay, everybody, I'm off on another adventure. Bye.